Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, happy Easter. Today we're taking a look at ICP, Internet Computer, and a little bit of Caffeine AI, which is coming out with a very big update. So yeah, let's just get into it. First of all, crypto market itself, we're still way down, of course. Not really anything different here. We're still in a little bit of a bearish sideways movements. And yeah, it doesn't seem like that's going to be changing anytime soon. Now, I've said it before, like throughout these times, we want to be looking at projects where we think they're having good developments, they're still building, they have the fundament to when the market returns or starts reversing, starts going up again, we want to be invested in basically hyped up projects that have that factor that pushes them higher, that draws people in. Now, I've always been a fan of very good fundamentals, good teams, good projects, good projects. So let's just take a look at ICP. So ICP right now on the yearly is way down. It is way down as well. The project is down, the volume is down, but it is the entire market is like this right now. And what I do think is good is that it's holding this level. So it does appear to have found its bottom. So I think we are at the bottom for a lot of these altcoins. And well, I think we've hit pretty much the bottom for Bitcoin as well. Like we can go lower, but I think the biggest downturn has passed, considering we've basically dropped 50% on Bitcoin as well. And I think Bitcoin still is the deciding factor in the crypto market. Now, with ICP basically following that, or 54 or 58, 55% currently, I think that dictates that there is solidity. We have a bottom. We have the ground to start buying into these projects. And for those of you that have watched more of my videos know that I am invested in ICP. I hold ICP. And I've also talked about Caffeine AI. I've done videos about Caffeine AI, and for those of you that don't know it, they're on my channel, so go check those out. Also, this is my personal Twitter channel where I try to share all these findings. But basically, Caffeine V 3.0 opens a new era on ICP in a few days. Now, I reposted this a couple of days ago, so this is either out already or out pretty soon. And what I wanted to show you was, basically, let's open this message. So a new era on ICP begins in a few days. A huge caffeine upgrade will take place. And this is about more than new features it packs. What can be built on ICP through chat alone shall advance by quantum leaps. So this is something I've talked about in the past. I built apps. I'm not a developer. I did a gaming core developer course years ago, forgot about everything in that course. So basically, I started from zero, started from scratch. I made a Flappy Bird remake. I made a notes-taking app. I built an investment tracker app, which I do intend to actually release, but I waited for this update to see if it would still work and if I could upgrade it. And throughout this text, that's mentioned. So technically, that should be able to, but I'm going to try that in the next couple days. But basically, it will blow your mind because you can go so much further. Those wanting to build apps and services on self-running cloud where every technical task is automated and directed by natural language interaction may rationally decide that the Internet Computer is the place to be, thanks to the work of Caffeine Labs. But of course, this is only the beginning, and I've mentioned this before. Like we are at the start of what AI can do, and it's going to grow exponentially, quicker and quicker. And we're already seeing this in the current days, because it was only like 2 years ago when the first chat GPT model was publicly announced, and we're now at a stage where we can make full-on videos, pictures, AI. We can create AI with other AI, and we can instruct them to automate our tasks, and that is light years further from the first just chat model that we had. And much more, of course, will still continue to be released over time. So for the first time, Caffeine will allow users to publish the app market, to the app market most likely, so that users can install copies of their apps. And of course, you can market those and later on monetize those. So that is, of course, a huge, huge boon to people, to developers, people wanting to release apps, use cases, etc., etc. And the more money into that project, the more money, obviously, or I assume they will run their payments through ICP, which I think is a very smart thing to do because it generates more fees, it generates more volume, it generates more value to ICP. So as fundamentals go, I think this is a solid project for this. And it now, Caffeine apps use ICP blob storage, which is currently exclusive, available to owing its ongoing development. Blah, 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 blah. Coming advances will enable Caffeine apps to store data at the world's best dollar to gigabyte price, making the Caffeine the perfect platform to use to build apps that must store and share large amounts of data, photo sharing apps or team communications platforms. So right now, there are a lot of companies, a lot of people out there trying to find alternatives to Microsoft Outlook and basically Microsoft and Apple in general, because of the whole situation with Donald Trump and its allies and possible risks in using native platforms or US companies. So a lot of companies, European companies, have started to move away from the traditional platforms, the traditional programs, and they could technically use ICP, which is then decentralized, to build their own version of Microsoft Teams or Google Meet or Microsoft Outlook, emails, etc., etc., etc. There's endless possibilities. And I think with the ease of use that ICP and Caffeine have already shown, it's incredibly easy to do this. And the fact that they're running that development along to making it even more easier, quicker, faster, secure, I think will be very, very telling. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go through the entire text, but cloud engines to run private subnets, which I also think security-wise is a very good development. Powerful additional advantages since they are essentially internet computers having to use blah, 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 blah. They can auto-scale horizontally by adding more nodes which are located in proximity to demand. So you can build your own network, which will grow accordingly to the use it needs, which of course is an easy growth solution as well. And while I'm not a developer, like I don't claim to like fully understand all these aspects, if you read it with the common sense, I think it's very powerful, a very great update. And this is only V3. So who's to know that how far we will be on this platform in the next couple of years? And I've said it before. 7th of April. So it's in 2 days as of filming this. So in 2 days it'll be out. But I've used Caffeine AI. And if you haven't, go check it out, because I honestly think it is a very, very advanced platform and very easy to use, even on a free plan, because I personally, I'm not on a paid plan yet. But as I continue to use this and possibly build my own app out even further, I might even get a paid plan. But just the ability it showcases, I think, is amazing. Now, if you tie that in to their crypto project, I think if they draw that $1 trillion volume in, this market cap is nothing. Like, this market cap is tiny compared to it, and there is no reason why it could not at least show up in into the top 10, which market cap wise would basically do it like an 8 to 9x from its current price. So that would mean that around 16, let's say, call it like $16 per ICP. So like $16 would be like an 8x aroundish. So I think that's possible. I think we can see that. I think it's very possible to see it, to have that development happen on a project like this. But it's going to take time, because the entire crypto market will need to reverse. And then when that hype returns, when the use case starts coming together, when possible further updates implement more ease of use cases, that is the moment when projects like these will start to shine. And right now, it's just not crypto's moment. Like, we're waiting, we're seeing oil skyrocket, and while oil and other assets steal the attention, it's just not crypto's time. But that doesn't mean that it's not coming back, because every time crypto did this, everyone said crypto is done, it's not coming back. And we saw Bitcoin reach 125K not too long ago. So yeah, I think ICP, one of the ones I will definitely keep holding, possibly buying a little bit more around these prices. The last price I bought was roughly this as well. So yeah, that's just my take on it. Feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to check out my bio. There is a link to my free Discord in there as well, and you can ask me anything in the Discord. All right, guys, I'm going to close out this video. Have a good Easter, and I'll talk to you later.